Who are the top 5 natural fitness influencers? You've never heard of them. All right. Here's the thing. All right. Just $10 a week, just $10 a week of prescription grade anabolics will totally transform any person who's training full on. Okay. Just $10 a week. So next time you think if Jeff Nippard or Trendyson or Matt Does Tren or Jeremy Trenister or whatever, these guys, AthTrenX, whenever you think these people are natural, right, remember, their income, their views, their attention is hinged 100% on their aesthetic, right? That's the main reason these people are watched. So is there any surprise that these people would dabble in a bit of backyard pharmacology when no one's watching? And these guys aren't taking monster doses. Right? I've been around anabolic steroids since 1997. I've used them myself. You've seen my body transformation. You've seen me hit second puberty in my late 30s, early 40s. So when someone hits that second puberty, 100%, all right, it ain't just newbie gains. When their jaw changes, their whole vibe changes, their voice changes, except for Greg Douchet. But he's natural, isn't he? It's just Turkish strain. Whenever you see that overt androgenic features popping and you look at their before photo, maybe when they were 17, 18 or 20, and you think, that person looks like their dad. They're only like 5 or 10 or 15 years older. So that's the reality, all right? That's how you spot it, is that, and another one, all right? The first question asked, is someone natural? Is their income, is their image based on a ripped, dry, 3D looking physique with delts popping, abs ripped, shredded, bulging pecs, full, dry 3D? They might be 130 pounds, they might be 230 pounds, okay? The more you take, the bigger you get. Not everyone's cranking 10 grams a week of compounds. Remember that, kids? He's not on trend. He looks small. 10 milligrams a week of tren will produce profound differences in someone who's sensitive to that compound. 10 milligrams a week. If you're on 50 milligrams a week of tren, damn, that's going to be noticeable, all right? I've used tren before, and people commented within 2 days. Oh, what's going on? Wow, what happened to your shoulder? What happened to your shoulders? Oh, your shoulder. What's your shoulder routine, Harley? Pull back, pin. Next day, your androgen receptors pop, pop, pop. Relative to the individual. Now, yes, someone's 13-year-old daughter has probably got a more muscular physique than me when I'm on trend. I'm just saying, for your genetics, all right? But the ultimate test is their money, their image, their aesthetic personified, is that their identity? If the answer is yes, then they're on gear. The next one is that they have a crazy before and after transformation photo. Then if the answer is yes, then they're on gear. All right. People just think like 99.999% of the viewers out there will never ever take prescription grade top tier pharmaceutical anabolics. And so they won't experience the changes in mentality, the look, the vibe, the delts, etc. So they don't know what they're looking for. It's just like people out there who have never been stoned and looked in the mirror and go, my eyes, I can't go home. Mum and Dad might see me. Got to sober up. If you've never been stoned or drunk, you wouldn't have a clue really what a stoned or drunk person looks like. Okay, if you haven't hung around heroin addicts and see them stumbling around, or even functional heroin addicts, you wouldn't understand what to look for. Okay. If you don't know what a peregrine falcon is, you don't know what a peregrine falcon is. Simple as that. Someone could give you a crow and you'd be like, oh, is that a peregrine falcon? Oh, I don't know. So that's why it's so easy to be a fake natty. And we have the fake natties in the vegan community. We have them in the non-vegan community. We have them in the carnivore. It's not carnivore. It's trenovore. It's roidovore, testovore community. Okay. We have it everywhere. All right. Steroids are so cheap, man. The food, the creatine, the supplements is more expensive. All right, the liver support supplements are more expensive than testosterone. Coffee, all right, most people spend more money on Starbucks or coffee a week than Jeff Nippard and Aftrenex, etc. spend a week on testosterone that they're pinning. All right. Oh, but they did blood tests. You see with my blood tests, all you do is you stop for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your levels come back down. You do a test. Hey guys, I've got low testosterone and I'm looking fucking jacked. I don't take any steroids. It's just, I've got these really good genetics where I'm fucking jacked and 3D looking, and I never used to be, and my testosterone's like an 80-year-old man. I don't know maybe I need a bit more vitamin D. All right, it's vitamin T these people are pinning. T for test, T for trend. It's facts. So ask me any questions you want, but stop asking yourself the question, is this person on steroids? Like, are they natural? You know? The answer is they're not. They're pinning and they're winning and you're losing. And you're going to the gym, you're buying their turkestrone, you're buying their supplements, you're buying their protocols, and you don't look fucking different. All right? I can tell you, I can't tell you who's on steroids. I can't. But I can definitely tell you who isn't natural. Okay? If you use 2 milligrams a week of test as a man, I can't tell that. 20 milligrams a week of test as a man, I can't tell that. Even 50 milligrams a week of test as a man, I can't tell if you're on that. But once you start doing enough where you get some overt features, some overt changes, especially before and after photo, then we can tell, okay? So I can't tell who's on steroids, but I can tell you who's definitely not natural. And I haven't seen any of these mainstream fitness influencers who are natural, okay? And that's why it's so easy to get away with it, because the average person doesn't have no idea what they're looking for. He's not that big. My mum weighs the same as him. My teenage daughter's got bigger arms. Well, they're obese, so they're going to be bigger. You know what I'm just saying? So it's just that it's easy in today's world to pull off the fake Eddie card. He's a nice guy. Nice guys don't use steroids. Only Russians like that in Rocky 4 use steroids, you know? Isn't that amazing? Like that Stallone Rocky 4, Drago is on the juice and he's pinning the juice, and then Sly's just like out there punching fucking dead animals and shit in the freezer. And, you know, all this like, Americans don't use drugs, kids, it's the Russians. And that's the ultimate fake natty fairy tale, isn't it? Rocky 4, man. I've been watching that in the cinemas with my mum and my brother back in 85, 86. I was like, wow, he's injecting steroids. Oh, that's really bad. You know, you've got to be natural. It's just the propaganda that's put out there, man. So can you imagine if Aftrenex and Jeff Nippard and all these gang, you know, said, hey guys, actually I've been fucking lying this whole time. Turkestrone is bullshit. My programs don't do shit. And it's actually the juice that makes a difference. Because look at especially guys like Aftrenex. Look at their lower portions of their physique. All right. Let's use Jeff Cavalier as an example. I think I'm not making fun here. I'm just physiological. These people, their money is based. We're judging their physiques. They judge their own physiques. So we're doing this as a physiological judgment. But if you look at Aftrenex and you look at his legs, you're thinking, wow, has he skipped gym leg day forever? No, he trains his legs. But you can use all the steroids you want. Your legs aren't going to grow that much. All right. Then you got guys like Tom Platz who genetically just have a lot of androgen receptors in their lower limbs. So when they pin, their legs do grow a bit more. But you walk around town and you'll see heaps of people, maybe you even have it yourself, or you know someone who has it, really overtly fucking muscular legs. That's genetic, all right? And these people will always have, they could be anorexics. If you've seen anorexics out there, I've seen anorexics out there, upper body super stripped off, but they have these fucking muscular legs, all right? So it's just, legs are very, very genetic, and you have guys who are pinning heaps and heaps of juice, and they're training their legs, but the legs don't grow that much. Right? Your legs do not grow much muscle. A little bit, but not much. But your upper body, man, that's fucking almost limitless. Almost limitless how much your upper body can grow on juice, because the androgen receptors in the upper half aren't as limited as our lower half. Interesting, isn't it? So that's another giveaway as well. Does their lower half match their upper half? Okay. And you will look at someone like, Schwarzenegger, who had muscular legs, and before he hopped on, his legs, as a fucking 10-year-old, were developed, all right? More than his upper body. So when you have developed legs at 10, you know if you've got muscular legs, because you'll be 10 or 12, and your legs will just look different compared to everyone else's. You'll have a developed calf, developed quad, hamstring, and glute as well. Okay, so that's the reality. You can do all the squats, you can pin all the fucking trend in the world you want. You will not grow your calves or your quads that much, okay, compared to your upper body, which is virtually limitless. There you go. That's the deal. Steroids are incredibly cheap. I'm not recommending them. I'm just saying they're cheap. And in 2024, they're so easy to get from your doctor. There's clinics out there. It's a steroid nation. Steroid nation. And there's sociopaths out there, these influencers who claim you're natural. And, it's just like... And there's nobody that they've trained who's had their transformation. You know what I mean? It's like, hang on. Like with me as a YouTube coach, you've been watching me long enough, there's plenty of people out there who've far surpassed my level of subscribers or income on YouTube. So that's how good of a coach I am. But there's zero people that Nippard and Trenex and Tennyson and all these people have coached who have got their gains or gone beyond that. There's fucking zero. Greg Doucet. How many people has Greg Doucet coached as natties who have passed his... No, zero. Fucking zero. And that guy's still shilling Turkish-drone to teenagers. Scamming kids, man. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, that's the deal. Buyer beware. There's a lot of scammers out there who are just, but these people are short. They're just manlets. No. It's not your height, man. All right? The taller you are, the more juice you need to fill out. You can be 4'11" and you won't need as much juice to fill out, okay? But these people are still using juice. The height doesn't matter. It's the look. It's the before and after. Is the question... The answer is... The answer to the question, does this person's job, aesthetics, identity, persona, founded on their aesthetic, their muscular, overtly 3D, dry aesthetic that also changes in the year. Do you know what changes in the year? Oh, they're doing a bulk or they're doing a cut. No, they're doing 6-week cycles of trend and deca and test. And then they have a blast and a cruise. So the muscles go up, the muscles come down. All right, the body gets 3D, it gets 2D. Okay? No one's blasting fucking trend all year long unless they want a very, very short lifespan. These people blast and cruise, okay? So same with in running and swimming and cycling. You see these crazy performances. And then 2 months later, 3 months later, this person's struggling at fucking normal national level. You're like, what the fuck? You won the Tour de France and now you'd hit like what? So that's what I was always amazed. I was like, these cyclists in January are going crap. And then come July, they fucking win the Tour de France. Like, what the fuck? Drugs work, but you need to have time off the drugs, and that's when you come back down to a bit of a mortal level. But with the steroids, these guys, they just take like a TRT dosage, maybe 200-300 milligrams a week, which is above TRT, to maintain that year-round look. Okay, if you know, you know. So yeah, just stop being scammed, stop having unrealistic expectations. Because what happens as well is, my issue with the fake natties is, one, they're scamming people, they're ripping people off, they're frauding people. But two, is you're looking at yourself in the mirror. And you're eating the same as them, you're doing their supplements, you're doing their protocols, but you can't fucking tell you're doing it. You do not look like you go to the gym, okay? And so what's the difference? Is you're not taking the gear. But if you took the same shit they did, boom. Literally, you'll grow more muscle pinning than in the gym training your fucking ass off. The study's proven that. And if you ever use real gear, you'll notice that as well. The most muscular I ever was when I was not training, okay? I was not training due to an injury, but I was pinning more than ever before. And my muscles were just fucking growing and growing and growing. And I was like, what the fuck, man? That was the first time I used tren. I was like, what the fuck? Like, people were commenting overtly, And I was like, I'm training 0 and I'm growing like a motherfucker, all right, and lean, okay? That is the power of tren. Not recommending it because it's bad for most people, psychological wise, due to excess cortisol it can produce. But that's the reality, man. So you can tell if I'm juicing or not is the size of my shoulders. Right? If my shoulders are really like pronounced, then you can tell I'm juicing. Right? If my shoulders get a bit more normal looking, you can tell I'm natty. There you go. That's the giveaway is the shoulders, man. On a lean person, when you start juicing, your androgen receptors in your shoulders, they just start getting this little cannonball. You know, and for some people it's a big one if they're doing a lot of juice. For some people it's just more of a moderate one. But that's the giveaway, man. It's that shoulders that just came out of nowhere that you didn't have when you were 18 or 15 or before you started, you know. Natty shoulders. That's a giveaway one there, the shoulders, man. It's fucking crazy how easy these things work.